What's up, YouTube family? All my YouTube friends and family, you YouTubies. Anyway, had this company right here, Fertan, sent me a bunch of products on eliminating rust. And rust is a huge problem that everybody, and I mean everybody watching this video and everybody that's not watching this video deals with on a regular basis. Everything rusts. Anything that rusts that's metal, this stuff can fix. Or at least I hope it can fix it. Never tried this product, never even heard of this product. They hit me up, said, hey, we want to send you some of this stuff. And I've got all kinds of stuff that I need to treat with rust, and so I was like, sure, send it my way. I'd be happy to kind of run it through its paces and see what it can do. So the first thing on the list is this rust remover. Money shot, give it the old money shot. Rust remover. Basically, I've just kind of scanned through the directions. Basically, you dilute this stuff, 90% water, 10% Fertan rust remover. And then I guess you soak the parts. So we're gonna try that. They have this rust remover gel. Basically, all you do with this gel is you take this, you apply it to whatever surface that you want to treat, leave it on there for 10 to 60 minutes, depending on how bad the corrosion is, and it should dissolve or clean or remove that rust. So we'll give that a shot. And they sent some epoxy primer spray. I'm assuming this is so you can coat whatever it is that you clean after you're done with it. And last but not least, this is a rust converter. So, I mean, it says what it does. It converts rust into something else. That something else is zinc. So basically what you do is you apply this stuff to the surface of rust, you leave it for like 48 hours, it will turn black and have a layer of zinc. It'll turn it into a layer of zinc that will protect the metal going forward for like up to 6 months, I think is what this says. So we'll give that a shot as well. So the first one I'm gonna try is this rust remover. Basically, this is the one where you dilute it with water. And I've kind of played around with this a little bit. It has like an acidic or an acid smell to it, so I'm assuming that's probably what it is. I'm just gonna make a little acid bath in this tub, or I just happen to have approximately 3 gallons of water right here. And I have some rusty parts for the bibster. So I've got a set of Mustang spindles. Nice and rusty. They will also be going in this bath. Get everything nice and clean. Let's see what it says here. Well, that's in German. Here we go. So water maximizer. So let's see, 10% of that. Let's do just need 10% of 3 gallons, which is, I don't know. So we're gonna just kind of eyeball it. That looks like 10%. Actually, we'll just a little touch for good measure. Alright, so we're just gonna plop some of this stuff in here. And I'm not really concerned about the seals so much, or the bearings, because I'm gonna actually place all that stuff. So we'll put that bad boy there. I'll put one of these bad boys back here. we'll just let this little batch sit for a while. See what happens, Captain. While those two parts sit in this bath I've got made here, we'll experiment with these other two pieces here. One of them, we'll put some of this rust removing gel on. And we'll check out this rust converter as well. Alright, so right here we've got the rust converter. It says this stuff will convert rust into basically a zinc layer. So we'll just use this brush, get it all nice and spread out. And we'll let that sit and do its thing. The other one is the gel. I don't want to mix these two chemicals because sometimes you can't tell what you're going to get when you mix the two. But we'll kind of keep them close together for comparison's sake. Alright, gonna give it an hour, see what it does, let it do its thing, come back, see what it looks like. Alright, so this stuff has been marinating overnight. I waited an hour, I came back out, took a look at it, kind of got to thinking about it, realized that what I put in there was not really 10% of the total volume. So I added the entire bottle, which is probably closer to the 10% mark, and then just let it sit overnight. And you can see that it's doing stuff, it's marinating in there. I actually looked at the brake rotor earlier. It's clean. The spindle is still working. Still trying to clean off some of that stuff, looks like. May need a little help with my fingers or whatnot, but let's pull it out, take a look, and we'll look at this other brake rotor too and see how that other stuff did. Alright, that's the rotor there that I put the gel on here, and then we put that converter, this rust converter, on over here. And this stuff worked awesome. I just sprayed it on, kind of wiped it a little bit, and you can see it's basically turned that rust to some kind of like zinc coating. I don't know, pretty useful, I would think, on certain circumstances. Not real happy with the gel stuff. I mean, it did clean the rust, but it didn't really do what I thought it would do as far as taking the rust off. I figured it'd be like bare metal. Maybe it's just these rotors, they're so old. I don't know. Just not my choice. To me, the gel is a little more hard to apply anyway versus just soaking it. So, good, dig it, not so much. Alright, you can see it's starting to turn black. Matter of fact, you can see that it's just cleaning that stuff right off. Now I don't know if maybe it's doing it the way that it's doing it because this is more of a casted product versus something else. You know, probably the casting probably had some scale on it to begin with. You can see that it's coming right off, and it looks like if I were to rinse this thing, that it would be clean, like there wouldn't be any rust on it. So, I don't know. We'll actually pull this out. Actually, I'm gonna let this soak a little bit longer. Oh, definitely pull this out. And you can already see that that's a big difference versus this one over here. So I think what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go wash this thing off, rinse it off with some water. The instructions basically say that's what I need to do. So I'm gonna go rinse this really well, and then we'll take a better look at it. So basically, we got the rust remover solution. Make the tub, give it a thumbs up. Not so happy about the gel stuff, but I really like this rust converter too. This stuff, a good use for this, at least for what I have used it for, is, you know, on some of the older vehicles, when you start to get rust behind the paint, and the paint's still in pretty good shape, but maybe they didn't clean it properly or get all the rust out before they painted it, before you got the vehicle, and there starts to be some rust that comes through, and maybe that bubble of rust or whatever, the paint chips right there. I think this would be a good thing to kind of put inside of that hole or crack or whatever it is and kind of convert all that rust to zinc and protect it behind the paint so it doesn't continue to just eat away and be cancerous behind the paint as it normally does. Now, I don't know how long it will last. I would think if you kind of kept it out of the weather, that it would last a long time. So for that reason, and I don't even know if that's like an official thing, if you can do it. I don't know if there's any I don't know anything about it. I just know that to me that kind of makes sense for something like this, and for that reason alone, I really like it. So I guess overall I would give this company's products a thumbs up. I know there's a lot of products on the market that are very similar to these, so if you're considering doing a large anti-rust or rust removal project, I will put some links to their website in the description, and you can go check out some of the products, and maybe it's something you consider using. So anyway, there you go, just a little quick product review, something a little different than what I normally do. You can kind of see how this stuff works, and I'll see you guys some more this week. Go do work, son.